made like 4 videos, and they've all been long, and they've all crashed sometime during the middle of it, and I didn't know, and I've recorded about 4 of these, and I've spent probably like 2 hours in total like, talking about stuff. And frankly, I'm just gonna try and say what I've been trying to say. What I tried to say last video. I've spoke about 2 things. One is the 3rd piece I've done, and what I'm gonna be talking about right now is how I've decided to refine the artworks. Basically, I chose 3 styles. Well, mainly 2. But this one kind of counts as a separate one because I use a different inking brush, which I do think looks quite a bit different from what I did try as well, which is this other one called Nowhere Else. And I really liked it. I'll show you another one I did with it. I really like it. It looks really good. So I wanted to try that out and use that one to refine. These are ones that I use Nowhere Else for. So I wanted to refine the artwork using it. However, I found out that they don't really look that good in this kind of style. I feel like these artworks should have a cleaner look to them, and those brushes just don't work very well. They're more of a sketchy, looser style. They fit better with those styles. So I've decided I'm going to just keep my regular brush, which I use, and just refine these drawings I've done further. So this one and the first one will need further refining because there are parts that just aren't very good, as you can see. But I have went in a little bit over the blindfold under his neck for a shadow, and it does look very nice. And I've also got to keep in mind that the line art might look a bit harsh in places. However, when I colour in and change the colour of the line art, then it'll look a lot softer, because I usually have a lighter grey, maybe even a bit of dark red inside of it, and I colour it in so that in dark areas it gets darker, and in light areas it gets lighter, so it looks more like a real drawing. So I will have to be doing that, because that will make it look a whole lot more realistic and nice. As you can see with my Johnny drawing, I used like a dark red colour for his line art, and I darkened it in places, and I also lightened it in places. And I also use this eraser, well, it's not an eraser, but airbrush to erase, so I get like a nice faded look, which I really like the way it looks, and that's how I'm going to be doing it. Harsh line art, when I have a full black, can look really just not great. I'll show you an example here with the Death Note artwork I've been doing. Originally, as you can see, the line art was completely black, and it looked really harsh, and it didn't look very good. And frankly, it was unmotivating me, because I felt like the artwork didn't look very nice. And then I changed the line art, made it a bit lighter, blended it in a bit more, and now I really love this artwork. It looks really nice. It's not finished. I haven't even shaded it. I've just lightened it a bit, and yet this is how good it looks. So that's why I've got to be doing this, and it has wasted so much time from my life, and I've decided that I will be looking in. Well, I'm already looking into Yoshitaka Amano and Takeshi Obata. You can see from the tests here, especially this one. For the colouring, I will be looking at them to decide what type of colours I want to use. They both tend to use a bit more of a dulled, low saturation palette. Although Yoshitaka Amano does include a lot more high saturation areas and colours, which I think I will like to look into. I think the way of colouring, I want to get ideas and try and bring in some elements from not Yoshitaka Amano, from Takeshi Obata, and the colour choices I want to look into from I'm getting confused, from Yoshitaka Amano. This was an idea I had referencing some of Araki's art with the brighter stuff, because obviously this style was... I was inspired by the Ripples of Adventure artworks, the exhibition, what... But his artwork, Ripples of Adventure, sorry, I'm a little confused, I've done this a few times. By his artwork, there's always a traitor in the Ripples of Adventure exhibition. So I didn't want to copy the colours, but I did want to change them up a bit. So I did this really bright colour, and I didn't really like it. So I'm gonna try something more similar to Yoshitaka Amano. I did try and do like a sunset-y kind of thing, but the way I did it was really ugly. Probably because the canvas is so wide that it just makes it a real pain. As you can see here, yeah, it doesn't look very nice. It looked very ugly. But if on a bigger scale, by bigger scale I mean individually, how you can do that, then I think it'll look really nice instead. So I think I'll do something similar to that. And I want to use the knowledge I've got from the colouring, especially this, to just make a really nice artwork. Mixing my skills I already had with the new skills I've developed. And I just want to make a really nice looking artwork. That's basically it.